So we got some interesting news today from a DICE developer responding to the speculation about his Battlefront 3 GIF response. Today on Twitter, Peter Vesty Vendrup responded to the tweet chain that I made a video about earlier. He did respond saying, I just picked a random GIF, but people love to speculate, it seems, talking about the whole GIF of him counting to 3. Now, he never said that this was wrong speculation or there is no Battlefront 3, which it gives me some hope, but it does seem like the speculation was a little bit looked into too much. I want to thank everybody who watched my last video and talked with me in the comments, talked about what they thought about that GIF and what they thought Peter was saying here, because like I said in the title of that video, it was a question and we didn't know whether or not this was a tease or not. Now it seems like it was just a random GIF. We still don't know really if this is right or wrong, so but we'll just have to wait and see. But into the news for what this main video is going to be about today. Speaking of the news today, before we get to the news, I want to thank everyone who's recently subbed to this channel. We're so close to 7,000 subscribers. And if you're new to this channel and enjoy Star Wars news and gaming videos, consider subscribing, as this is the kind of content that I'm going to produce, and I really appreciate it if you would. But on to the news. I want to thank Potato Slayer 2 on Reddit for compiling this news story that had some of the cast of Battlefront 2's campaign were recently posting on Twitter about how they were doing some motion capture work. Now, we don't know if this is for games or for different things, but we are assuming that this is for a Star Wars game, and now there's no proof for that, but as you'll see coming up here, it might be what that is. So first, we see that Janina Gavankar has posted some pictures of her wearing a motion capture suit, of her suit as well, and the tag for the photo's location is Los Angeles, and this is around mid-November, November 17th. Which will be an important detail going forward here on out. So in addition to Iden Versio being in LA in mid-November, we see that on Anthony Scordy's Twitter, who played Admiral Versio, of course, he posted a picture of him in a voice recording booth on the 6th of November, and with no caption, but someone replies to him asking, is this Star Wars? With a couple of question marks, to which he doesn't respond, but he actually does like that post, which is very, 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 very interesting. In addition to this, Anthony Scordy posted a picture of a Christmas tree around mid to late November with a tagged location of the Grove, which is, of course, in Los Angeles. So now we have two of the main characters from Battlefront 2's campaign in the same location around mid-November, but there is more. In addition, we see that TJ Ramini posted a picture of him holding a motion capture suit saying, hello, old friend, and this was on November 13th. And he also posted a tweet saying, and now it's 80 degrees again, hashtag Los Angeles. This was, of course, around mid-November. So now we know that 3 main characters from Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign were in LA around mid-November, working on some sort of a project that required motion capture and voice acting, which leads me to believe that it was a game. But in addition to this information, we had a tweet from Anthony Scordy talking with TJ Ramini saying he's such a wonderful actor and an amazing human being, showing one of my favorite scenes from the campaign, Luke talking to Del Meeko, with TJ responding saying, right back at you, mate, so lovely seeing and working with you again on what we shan't reveal, of course. Now, in addition to what TJ Ramini responds to Anthony with, the writer, Mitch Dyer, who was the writer for Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign, as well as Star Wars Squadron's campaign, actually responds to that Twitter thread and says, can't wait to see what this reunion is for. So that's really, really interesting that the writer for 2 of the Star Wars games that have been developed by EA is writing on this Twitter thread. Maybe he's involved, maybe he is the writer for whatever story that they are going to meet back up with. We'll just have to wait and see. But until then, we're just going to have to speculate. This has got to be something Star Wars related, because they're working together. They aren't revealing any information about it. It's very interesting, and it makes me believe that it is Star Wars related, whether that's a new Inferno Squadron standalone game, a cameo for Fallen Order 2, or maybe it could be the campaign for Battlefront 3. I think this is pretty unlikely, but when you think about it, the number one complaint about Battlefront 2's campaign was the fact that we did not get the Imperial perspective that we were promised. So maybe this is them doing the motion capture for Battlefront 3's campaign, which will be a prequel focusing only on the Empire's perspective, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what exactly this motion capture work is for. But until then, all we can do is really speculate on what it is. Some people have mentioned that this could be motion capture for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. However, TT Games does not use motion capture for the animations in their LEGO games. They've tried that before. It did not turn out very well. So this is more than likely not LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga and having Inferno Squadron show up. If I were to bet money on it, I'd say the most likely thing that this could be is Jedi Fallen Order 2 having Inferno make a cameo in the game, or it could be an entirely new Inferno Squadron standalone game like Republic Commando, which I don't think this is going to be a standalone game, but it very well could be, but we're just going to have to wait and see. It could be Battlefront 3, we do not know. You know, we'll just have to wait and see on what's going to happen regarding this information. This is not, there's no confirmation of any game being developed with these actors. We just know that they were all in the same place. They were all working on a similar project, it seems, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I really want to take a moment here and thank everybody who's recently subbed to the channel. I know that my last video, a lot of people discussed with me what they thought about that tweet from Peter Vendrup. And it really, you know, it gave me a lot of new perspectives on what that tweet could have meant. I really do hope we get a Battlefront 3 announced sometime this year. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens at EA Play, because that's more than likely the number one, you know, prime time for us to get information on Star Wars games. It could be before then, but we're going to have to wait and see until that moment. But I want to ask you guys right now, what do you guys think is the most likely thing that this motion capture is going to be used for? I believe that it is a Star Wars game, but other people have pointed out that, you know, these people are actors and they could be working on different things, but there's a lot of evidence that is really persuading me that this is a Star Wars game. So I want to hear your thoughts on, do you guys think that this is Fallen Order 2 cameo? Could it be Battlefront 3's campaign? Could it be giving us that Imperial perspective we never got, really? Or could it be just an entirely new Inferno Squadron standalone game, which is another possibility? We'll just have to see what is going to happen here in the next couple of months. I don't keep saying that, but until then, we can only speculate and we can only go off what we know and what we've seen, and we can't really just assume everything is going to be one way or another. We're just going to have to wait and see. But until then, guys, I want to call it... but until then, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching this video today. Like I said, if you're new and love Star Wars gaming news and content, consider subscribing. And with that, I'm going to bring this video to an end. Once again, thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate your comments. And I will see you guys in the next video very, very soon. Bye, guys.
Do it. I am the Senate.